Hey there guys, Next Strike here back again for another video, and I finally got to watch the Son of Batman animated film. So this will be my early review of it, before it comes out on Blu-ray and DVD. And overall, it's a lot better than I thought it was going to be, because a lot of people were saying it wasn't as good as Flashpoint Paradox and Justice League War, and you know, comparing it to Flashpoint Paradox would be kind of difficult, but it's way better than Justice League War. Justice League War was not it was probably one of my least favorite, if not my least favorite animated film. No, it's not my least favorite, but it's up there. It's least. I didn't like Justice League War that much, but Son of Batman is about Damian Wayne, and it's based on the Batman and Son story by Grant Morrison. And I believe the guy who actually did the story for this movie was James Robinson, which you guys might know him from DC Comics. He's done quite a few things. I think he did Earth 2 for a while, which was New 52, so in case you guys were wondering. And yeah, he wrote a really good story for this. There were some points to it that I didn't personally like, but overall, really good animated film. First off, Batman gets quite a lot of action. He's not... I mean, his relationship with Robin is really the main focus of this, and of course the Robin in this film is Damian Wayne. Damian, I never personally liked that much in the comic books, but I really liked him in this movie. This is the best Damian story that I have ever, I guess, experienced in all of Batman. So applause to you guys, because that's awesome. I didn't care for Damian very much, but I thought he was really, really awesome in this movie. We also get some appearances from people like Killer Croc, Bronze Tiger, and Man Bats, so that's cool. There's a scene where Batman fights Killer Croc in the beginning that I was a little bit critiquey about, but I'll get to that towards the end when I talk about spoilers. And the way they handled Deathstroke is the villain of this film, and to me, they made him the weakest I've probably seen him in all of the DC stuff, because Deathstroke has always been hyped up to be this awesome guy who can pretty much take down anyone, and he can take down Batman too. And he was not that strong in this film. I mean, compare him especially now to Arrow's Deathstroke. Oh man, Arrow's Deathstroke would wipe the floor with this Deathstroke. I don't even think he has his regenerative powers or super strength. He's just a guy like, oh, I'm mad because, you didn't choose me, Raish. Now I'm mad at you, whatever. I don't know. He just didn't seem that great to me. But that being the weakest point, honestly, Deathstroke being the villain, which is kind of odd because Deathstroke's one of my favorite villains, but this Deathstroke, not so good. At least in my opinion. But overall, the film is really good. I think the animation has definitely stepped up from Justice League Wars. It looks a lot better. Except for the Batmobile, which is clearly CGI. Ugh, CGI is so ugly in these animated things, I swear. And I guess what other points? Okay, so Nightwing was hyped up for this movie, and especially a confrontation between Nightwing and Damian. And if you're looking forward to that, you might as well just go ahead and throw that out the window, because that fight does not happen. I mean, it vaguely happens in the credits, and that's it. I mean, that's really it. The fight doesn't happen. It's like, bam, up, it's over. Which sucks, because they could have done something cool with that. I mean, they cut Tim Drake out of it, so I was assuming they would at least make Nightwing fight him or something. But they kind of just threw that aside, which would have been really cool to have two Robin-esque characters fighting each other. But no, they took it out. I mean, obviously Dick's stronger than Damian, but still, it would have been cool to see it. And speaking of Nightwing, his role in this film, of course, isn't too important. Every time he's in anything animated, they underuse him vastly, which really surprises me because he's such a popular character. He should have his own animated film, to be quite honest. So the fact that they underuse him is a bit odd, and I wish that they would be using him more. But he's used more in this film than I believe he was in the Red Hood movie. So there's that. He doesn't really have any fighting scenes or anything, but he's sort of important to the story whenever he gets introduced. So at least he doesn't just appear and go away. That's the good thing. Anything else? The voice acting was overall pretty good in this movie. Ra's al Ghul and Deathstrokes were probably two of the weaker voice actors. I thought the kid that they got to do Damian was really good. Jason O'Mara's Batman, I think he's getting better now, and it wasn't too bad. I mean, look, I'm not a huge fan of Jason O'Mara's Batman, but it's okay. It's tolerable. Not bad, but not fantastic yet either. I think he's working on it. Talia was pretty good overall. And everyone else was pretty good. So overall, really good animated film. And yeah, now I guess I'll go ahead and get to the spoilers. There's not too many to talk about, honestly. The opening scene with Batman fighting Killer Croc, I think, was just really weak, because Batman's fought Killer Croc enough times to know that you can't just sit there and punch him. I mean, come on. I just thought that was just plot convenience in order to make Talia look cool, because I just don't think Batman would be beaten by Killer Croc, especially how many times he's fought him. At least not like that. Batman basically just charged him and punched him. I mean, come on. World's greatest detective? Don't think so. Also, Deathstroke's opening scene where he fought Damian, to me, was kind of weak, because while he did fight Damian, and the fights with him and Damian were pretty cool, him just being tricked like that, to stuff falling on him and then being stabbed in the eye, it just seemed kind of weak. Like, he just kind of let it happen almost. And then, of course, also the ending where Deathstroke is fighting Batman and Damian. Deathstroke gets the crap beat out of him by Batman. I mean, good lord. If anyone's read the comics, or just YouTube it, Deathstroke versus Batman. There's a video where Deathstroke just wipes the floor with Batman, and Deathstroke's beating the Justice League too. But now Batman's just like beating him, and he's not even fighting back. That was just, I don't understand where that was coming from. But the fight with him and Damian was pretty good. Also, I think it was a bit unrealistic that it looked like Damian had like his wrist or arm broken at some point. He had two things stabbed through his arms, and he just ripped through them and kept fighting. Yeah, I don't think you can really do that, but whatever. It just makes him look cool. Anyway, so yeah, overall, really good. No ending credits sort of scene to hint off to anything else. I guess they're only doing that with the Justice League movies, so cool. So yeah, anyway, what were you guys' thoughts on this film? Like if you like, subscribe if you like, comment below, let me know your thoughts, and I will catch you guys later.